Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I want to show you what I have in this box. What it is a smartphone that was made with tradespeople in mind. It's a super rugged phone that has a metal frame on it with rubber bumpers on the corners to protect it in case you drop it. It can withstand like a 1.5 meter drop, and it was made to military standards for ruggedness, US military standards for ruggedness, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna test it in this video to see if that is true, if it would stand up to it, because I wanna keep this phone looking nice. It has a 6-inch display on it, and what makes it even a cooler phone that I bet you your phone doesn't have, it has a laser tape measure on it that can go up to 40 meters or 131 feet. So let's open this up and see what is inside. Now before we start this video, I have to let you know that Zeeker sent me this phone for free. I did not pay for it, but this is gonna be a completely unbiased review. Now I can't find a knife anywhere, so I'm gonna use a putty knife. It's nice to see they included the phone. Let me get this out. Oh wow. It's got some heft to it, which is nice because they claim it's a rugged phone. Very nice. First impressions are pretty good. And let's see what else comes in this package. Looks like we have a user manual. And I can't even read this. The writing is so small. Okay, so it just tells you how to put the SIM card in and yada yada yada. Cool. We probably won't read that. Now what is this? Oh, SIM card tray eject slice. I'm sure if I read the manual, I know what that is for. Okay, let's see what's in this box. Okay, we have a cable, a USB cable, probably for charging it. Oh, that's nice. They gave some headphones. That looks like it has a microphone on it too, so that you can do phone calls. And then in this box, let's see what's in here. The little charging cube, USB thing. So that's what comes in the box. Headphones, a cable to charge it, and a USB block to charge it with. So like I said in the beginning of this video, this is a super rugged phone. As you can see, it has a metal frame around it, which is, I have some notes here. It is made with aerospace grade metal frame, and it has reinforced corners on it in case you were to drop it. It has Gorilla Glass on it for a screen, which is pretty cool. I know nothing about Gorilla Glass, but if I know anything about gorillas, they're pretty big and strong. So I'm gonna imagine that this is a pretty strong screen. Now this phone, it was tested by an independent laboratory for US military ruggedness, and it met those standards, which is pretty cool. Now this phone, it operates on Android 11. I'm an iPhone user, and I really don't know what that means, but I think that probably is the latest version of Android, I assume, since this phone is pretty new on the market. It is also water resistant up to 1.5 meters. You can even take pictures with this phone underwater, which is pretty neat. I'd like to give that a try sometime. And also, if you look at the back of the phone, there's 2 little dots here, and that's a barometer so that you can measure the air pressure. Now, I think that's what a barometer does, measures air pressure. I could be wrong, but that is also pretty neat. And it has an 8 megapixel camera on the back, and it has a super steady gimbal-like and it has image stabilization in it, and they say it's very gimbal-like, so it's pretty smooth. It takes a lot of the jittery out of your video. Now what I find most intriguing about this phone is this laser tape measure on it. So let's play around with it and see how accurate it is. Right, to pull up the laser tape measure, you just go find this rangefinder app, you open it up, and it gives you 4 different options here. You can just do a distance, or you can find out what the area is by doing a couple measurements. You could find out the volume, so you can measure up your room. You just take in the width, the length, and the height of your room, and then it would tell you how much volume you need if you say you wanted to fill your whole room full of Orbeez, you would know how much to go buy. And also tells you what the long angle or the long line of a triangle is just by measuring the width and the length of the room, and it'll give you that other measurement. Now all of this could be done with just a regular tape measure and a calculator, but it does all the math for you, which saves you time. So we're just going to figure out the distance, and all you have to do is hit that power button. It turns the laser on, and then right now I have it pointed at my ceiling. We're going to go measure distance. It's measuring out of the measuring range. What? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, it's pointed at my ceiling, measuring, and from my bottom of my phone to my ceiling, it's 7.2 feet. All right, let's play around with this and see what else we can measure. Now, where this is really nice to use is if you want to figure out your ceiling height in a room. And tape measures, they're usually pretty floppy, and they're hard to measure that because we almost need two people. Someone to hold it up so that it doesn't bend and flop over, and someone else to actually read the tape measure. Just with a press of a button, it is super easy. Just set your phone on the floor. Make sure that laser beam is pointed straight up as much as possible. Then I'm going to hit measure the distance. And I'm at 11.249 feet. Not quite 12 feet, but that's still a decent ceiling height. Now I want to see what the length of my shop is. All right, I'm just going to go over here, and I need to get to this wall, so I'm just going to climb up on here. Oh boy, it's dusty here. I should get the cleaning lady to come. I wonder if my mom will come and clean my shop for me. I think she will. She loves me. All right. 34.73 feet. Nice. Now that tape measure, it seemed to be fairly accurate. I know the length and the height of my ceiling in my shop, and those measurements kind of go in with what I believe my shop dimensions are. Now, the part I don't like about this is that it gives you your feet, which is good, but the inches, it gives it in a decimal place. Now, I wish it would give it in a fraction, and then say like it's 33 feet, 9 inches, and 3/4 of an inch. I wish it would do all that in a fraction form rather than the decimal place. It kind of makes it difficult to read that way. That is the only thing I don't like about it, but it's a good phone. It's a good tape measure for, say, if you needed to measure a length of a fence that you're going to build, so you know how many posts you're going to need to buy and how many pickets to get. Or say if you're going to install some flooring in a room, you need to know how much you can get. You can just quickly shoot the length and the width of that room. It'll add up the square footage and you know how much to go buy. So in that case, it's a huge time saver for that. But for like the fine carpentry work, like, you know, building a wall or measuring out for a baseboard or something like that, I would still go to my tape measure. It's kind of hard to beat that. And one more thing for you cat owners out there, there's this cool little button here. If you press and hold it, it turns on the laser so that you can mess around with your cats. Now, if you want to learn more about this phone or purchase one for yourself, there'll be a link in the description. So that is it for this video, guys. I'd like to thank you for watching this video to the very end. And if you're new to my channel, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss when I upload a new video. And like always, we'll see you in the next one.